Then also for those guys that do traditional window cleaning, we wanted a quicker, more efficient way of cleaning a window. You have your washer on one side, you have your squeegee on the other. Has anybody seen something like this? They're all over the place, but the thing about it is the angle of your squeegee, because the problem is when you get up there and start cleaning, if you can't get back in there with your squeegee, you're not cleaning a window. So with this system, you can get up to, we have a 35-foot pole, so you can clean with a T-bar and sleeve up to 3 stories. So safely from the ground. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how, everybody's already familiar with this system. I'm going to show you how it works, how very simple it is. Come up closer, fellas. Wrap around. You guys already clean windows? Yeah. Using window T-bars, sleeves, getting on the lift, getting on the ladder. That's not safe.
You're right.
I'm just trying to help you out. So clean off our washers you normally do. Just going to apply the solution.
Kev, is that a microfiber?
It's a microfiber washer. We have it available. The great thing about the Micro Tiger, this is our #1 seller, neither the Pro or the our Jan Sand. It has these polyester filaments in there to give it a little bit more agitation. If you notice when I get into our water-fed poles, we've adapted a T-bar to a water-fed pole system to also give you a little bit more agitation. So with this system, it's just a matter of
Kev, what's with that jerk up at the top? You get nervous? What's going on?
No. Actually, I do that to tap most of the water out, because what you'll see if you're not careful, and you guys have already cleaned windows, if you don't drag that out of the seal up there, you have some runoff.
Right.
So when I'm coming off, I want to run that off and get all the water out of that. So that way, I don't have to come back again. Because otherwise, I'll come back, go to that window, come back and see a streak, start to do the darn thing all over again. So, very simple. We have 4 versions of this. We have a 6 all the way up to an 18-inch in this system. You get a 35-foot pole. And this is great for speed work. So when you're done, you have a streak-free window, and I'm only using water on that. I'm not even using any chemistry. Because you have the agitation of your microfiber and your polyester, and then you have the squeegee taking it all off. And what studies have shown, if you're cleaning desks, the quickest and most hygienic way to clean a desk is with a sleeve and a squeegee. It takes off almost 100% of all the germs and bacteria on that desktop. So it's fast. You saw how fast that was. I'm sorry. You can use the same thing to clean a desk or a cafeteria top or a countertop or anything you have. It's very, very fast and efficient. So from this system, from the traditional methods, which is kind of slow, kind of cumbersome compared to what we really want to do, we adapted pure water. Traditional is okay, it's fun. What we did was take a 5-stage filtration system. Is anybody familiar with reverse osmosis? Well, your water here is fairly good. It's like a 155 TDS, parts per million. That's fairly good. It's better than most of the Midwest where I live. It's about a 280, which that's okay water. When you get down in Arizona, they have a 1,000 TDS, which they're drinking rocks. So what we did is we just want to use pure water to clean and maintenance clean every day. So we have a sediment filter and a carbon filter. What that does, it takes out the rocks and the chlorine. From there, it goes through a reverse osmosis membrane. This green membrane in the back, it's a reverse osmosis. So what you're doing is taking out all the salts. You're also affecting the molecular structure of the water. So it's making a pretty effective cleaner in light to medium soils. Keep in mind, this is a maintenance clean. If you're going in there first time clean, you do need chemistry. There's no way around it. Right. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to try to oversell it. But as a maintenance clean, once a week, every other week, it's perfect and beautiful. From after the reverse osmosis membrane, we go to a DI. You're cleaning clean water. You have a 99.9% rejection rate of everything that's in this water. So what you can do is you apply it, a little bit of agitation, walk away, and it's all spot free. Up to 65 feet safely from the ground. You don't need a lift, you don't need a ladder, you don't need anything else except standing on terra firma. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the smaller system, take a half step back. This is our professional system. This is the original one we developed. But what we also wanted to do is figure out, okay, what about those guys that are doing incidental cleaning? So that's entry level, maybe window cleaners, and I just want to try it. I'm not sure if I want to jump into it real fast. So we developed this system. This is called the Hydro Tube. Everything that has, this has in a more compact platform. So if you're down here, you have a combination carbon sediment filter. You just combine them, these two right here. 2/3 of the vessel is a reverse osmosis membrane. So again, you're doing the same thing, taking out the salts, affecting the molecular structure of the water. Down in the bottom, or top, sorry, is a DI right here. So you're polishing the water, 99.9% rejection rate. Same as this does, same as that does. And then if you'll turn around very quickly, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you how everything operates in just a second. This is for the guy that's doing all day, every day window cleaning, solar panels, soft washing. You want to clean you want to do a little bit of pressure washing. This is one single platform for doing just about everything on the outside of the building. Now keep in mind, it's only a 1700 PSI, but it's at 4 gallons a minute. Cleaning is all about water flow. So if you're on a solar panel, if you're on an awning or something like that, you don't necessarily need the pressure, you got to have the water flow. And this is available in 3 different platforms. You have a single RO, which this is what this is. It puts out about 4 gallons a minute. You get to a double RO, you're going to put 6 to 7 gallons a minute, depending on the water temperature. Then you get a triple RO system, it's going to put out about 10 gallons a minute. So you can have 3 people with 3 hose reels on here, 3 people working safely from the ground up to 5 stories.
So you can add a solution to it also.
Absolutely. It's a chemical proportioning system. You simply put your 5-gallon jug or jug of concentration right in that slot, put it in there, and it's all proportional. It has the tips the same as everybody else does, depending on what your dilution rate is.
So these 2 different machines right here?
Yeah, well, it's same technology, because the only thing that we did differently on this is we're not using the sediment. We have a radial wound carbon. If you look at the stainless steel underneath here, that's a different type of technology because of how much water we're putting through that system. We don't necessarily need the additional filtration. Yeah.
Run off gas.
Run off gas. We will have a battery module system soon. But for what we do, this is not going to be inside at all. It'll be either in the back of a truck or a trailer mount system. We sell trailer mount systems 9 times out of 10, from either a 325-gallon tank trailer all the way up to a dual axle 1,000-gallon tank trailer.
How long would you say a full tank lasts you?
Fuel, you mean?
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't even guesstimate that. I've never asked. No one's ever asked me that question. I'll find it out. I'll find out the answer though. Now, this is equal to a Honda 5.5 horse. It's their new GX series, which is a really phenomenal gas engine. When you get up to the next level, to the double, it goes up to about a 10.5 horse. And I'm going to demonstrate this. You can do the pressure washer and everything else. Now, before we jump into doing some cleaning, we wanted to know how we can clean inside. Because again, we'll go back to traditional technologies. T-bar, sleeve, we're using the spray and wipe method. What we've done is we've tested inside. So we took chalk, we put it all over a board. We wanted to test, okay, if I've got a cloth and if I just make contact with my hand, what's the actual contact surface? And what we found is we're only hitting about 40% of that window when we're just wiping it by hand. And what we wanted to do is, okay, let's take this same technology inside. Let's get away from the T-bar, sleeve, spray and wipe. No messy, no muss, no fuss. So what we did is develop the HydroClean. Very simple system. This is our 5-foot model. You fill this with either pure water or distilled water. You can put a little bit of chemistry in it if you need a little bit more agitation. And it's just pumping it up through here. Little micro bursts of water. Use your microfiber to clean it. Everybody uses microfiber, right? Microfiber cleans just about better than anything else on just about no matter what the surface. So what we've done is just take a little squirt of water. Sorry about that. That went right at you too. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, let me do that again. No. So we have a microfiber pad, and step right back up here again. And think of this. All the new indoor atriums people are building, I've got one that a customer uses that's 40 feet tall, and they have no way of getting it except bringing in a lift inside this mall. So what he did was bought my 35-foot unit safely from the ground.
Right.
So you just simply apply your solution, and you're done. You walk away spot free, you don't have to squeegee, you don't have to do anything else, you don't have to get out your microfiber and clean off a mess. You're done. And you can do...
You agitated it.
Absolutely. And then you're using the pure water that's not going to leave any residue.
I like that.
And again, this is a maintenance clean. This is not a first time or a project clean. It's not a construction cleanup. This is for you, those projects you're in there every day, all day long. And so what in this system, we have a 5 foot. This extends to a 10 foot. We have a 24 foot version, and we have a 35 foot version in the quick lock. So anything that you have that you're having trouble with inside, that you have to use a ladder or a lift, you do it now with this safely from the ground. That makes sense to everybody?
Yes.
And we are going to actually give one of these away today to some lucky person. So right now, I'm going to turn on this system so that way you guys can get your hands on it, take a look at what it actually does. Yes, sir?
Cover that real quick.
This is rub off. So let's say you have your first story building, first story windows. You come up to it and you've had a sprinkler hitting it for a number of years. Nobody's cleaned it. So you have all these white spots, this calcium buildup.
Right.
It's called rub off. You're simply going to put it on your, use a towel to agitate it, or you can also, if you're using a water-fed pole, you can put it on your T-bar, agitate it, do a little rubbing, buffing, rinse it off, and it'll take away just about all of that calcium buildup. This is a great product.
Question.
Yes, sir?
On a vehicle, could you use it on your vehicle windows?
You know, I have never used it on a painted surface. I would be afraid to answer that question. Have you ever used it on a painted surface?
I'm not answering it either.
He
So anyway, this is fun.
He probably has. I hope I shouldn't do that. But it's rub off from IPC. It does a terrific job.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
What about hard water? You know how the water stain the window?
Yep.
Yep, that's
That's
exactly what it is.
Exactly what it's for. Hard water stains. Calcium, magnesium, everything that's in tap water. The great thing is with pure water, once you get that off, you should never have that come back.